Good morning, all of you. So, in previous lecture, we have discussed regarding the B cell, their derivatives or different types of the cells derived after maturation of the B cells, that is plasma cells and memory cells, and their role in immunology. So, we know that the B cells are predominantly involved in AMI, mediating antibody or humoral type of immunity. Plasma cells are actually antibody secreting cells, whereas the memory cells are storing the information regarding the antigen in their immunological memory, and they play significant role during the subsequent infection by the same antigen, that is during the secondary immune response. So we know that due to memory cells involvement, the secondary immune response is prompt, prolonged and powerful. That is, the antibody production is very in accelerated fashion, and antibody titer is also high during the secondary immune response. So antibody production is very high during the secondary infection. It is only due to the involvement of memory cells. Now we are going to study the next type of the cells in the immune system, that is known as natural killer cell or NK cells. These natural killer cells are found throughout the tissues of the body, but mainly in blood circulation, and are important for protection against viruses. So whenever there is an infection by the virus, the natural killer cells, they are producing immunity against the virus, and some tumors also. So in tumor immunology also, there is a role of NK cell. These NK cells, they are inhibiting the development of tumor, as they are going to alter the properties of plasma membrane, due to which the virus properly can't get adsorbed on the cell surface. Whenever virus infection is there, we know that the virus requires specific host cell for their multiplication, and whenever the virus get adsorbed on the cell surface, certain receptor sites on the cell wall or plasma membrane, they are actually going to provide, or they are going to facilitate the adsorption of the virus. And once the virus get properly adsorbed on the cell surface, then the further procedure or insertion of nucleic acid of the virus take place in the host cell, and then the multiplication of the virus occurs inside the host cell. That is known as lytic cycle. So in this way, the virus infect the cell. That part we know very well. So whenever there is infection of the virus, in order to save, in order to protect the cell from the virus infection, as well as to inhibit the tumor development, the natural killer cells, they are playing very significant role by inhibiting the adsorption of virus and by inhibiting the spread of tumor also. So these are natural killer cells releases certain granzymes, means certain enzymes, and they are also producing certain perforins. Perforins means one kind of proteins, due to which they are inducing apoptosis in cancer immunity. In cancer immunity, the programmed cell death is very important, and that programmed cell death is due to the granzyme and perforins produced by natural killer cell. These are naturally destroying the cell. Which cell? Tumor developing cell, and therefore they are known as natural killer cells. So by producing perforins and granzymes, they are inducing the programmed cell death. Programmed cell death means apoptosis, which is important mechanism in cancer immunity. When the cancer should be inhibited, when the cancer development should be inhibited, then the apoptosis mechanism is very important. Apoptosis means programmed cell death. Which cell get dies? Which are having tumor or which are undergoing tumor development. That cells automatically get destroyed. That is called as apoptosis. So natural killer cells provide immunity, and they are playing role in cancer immunity by inhibiting the such type of development of the tumor and inducing apoptosis. The next type of the cell is dendritic type of the cell. dendritic cells. So actually dendritic cells are also, you can say, antigen processing cell, and they are having role in antibody production whenever there is a contact of antigen. So dendritic cells are actually three types. One is Langerhans cell, second one is the interdigitating cells, and third one is the follicular dendritic cells. There are three types of dendritic cells: Langerhans cells, interdigitating cells, and follicular dendritic cells. Their role is to recognize microbial antigen, properly process them, and present their peptides to the T cell. Dendritic cells are playing important role in mechanism of antibody production. How antibody production occurs? As soon as there is antigen infection, there is no antibody production. It will take some time period to develop the antibody. So it is a very stepwise procedure. Once the antigen has been encountered by the cell, the antigen should be properly assessed and processed later on, and then there is a production of the antibody. So antigen presenting cells are there, antigen processing cells are there. Once the antigen has been captured by the cell, the presenting cells means macrophages are there, dendritic cells are there, which are responsible for processing the antigen, and they are processing the antigen with the MHC class 1 and MHC class 2 molecules, and whatever fragments are produced, these fragments or peptides, they are presented to the T cells. Because T helper cells, we know very well, they are helping the B cell to develop the antibodies. So whenever the antigen has been, that means when there is a contact of antigen and stimulation, then the antigen has been properly get assessed by these presenting and processing cells, which are nothing but macrophages and dendritic cells. So whenever they are captured, then they are fragmented along with the MHC class 1 and MHC class 2 molecules. That is major histocompatible antigen class 1 and major histocompatible antigen class 2. So these molecules are there, and only the presence of these molecules, the antigen is processed in proper manner, and after processing of the antigen, there is a production of the antibody. So role of MHC class 1 is also very important there. So who is doing all this mechanism, or who is responsible for this mechanism? These are the dendritic cells, or you can say antigen presenting cell or antigen processing cell. Presentation of the antigen means what? The antigen should be properly presented or assessed to the immunocompetent cell. And what is processing? The antigen is processed further along with the MHC class 1 and class 2 molecules, depending upon the type of the antigen, and after processing the antibodies are produced. So that is the processing. Presenting the antigen means what? Assessing the antigen, carry the antigen only, and processing means what? The antigens are fragmented into peptides along with MHC class 1 molecules, and then there is a production of the antibody. So processing and presentation, both mechanisms are there which involve in the antibody production process. So this is the processing. This process of the antigen is carried out by dendritic cells, and there is a proper processing towards the T cell. T cell involvement is also important. Though we say that the B cell, plasma cells are antibody secreting, but T cell and the helping of the T cell is also very important. T helper cell, T suppressor cells are there, which are known as T cell subsets. Out of them, T helper cell help the B cell. T helper cell interact with the B cell, and then there is a production of the antibody. So this is very important, that the processing by the dendritic cells towards a T cell is important here. It is a function of dendritic cells. These cells are important in generation of TC cell, means cytotoxic T cell. We know very well the T cell subsets Th1, Th2, effector T cell, regulator T cells, cytotoxic T cells. These are the T cell types depending upon the presence or absence of typical antigen determinants on the cell surface. So they are responsible for cytotoxic T cell as they express large number of MHC class 1 molecules on the surface, which makes them very efficient to present the antigen to CD8 cell. CD4 and CD8. CD means cluster of differentiation. CD4 means T4 or helper T cell. CD8 cell means T8 cell or suppressor cells. So T helper cells, they are helping the B cell to induce immunity. T suppressor or T8 cells are suppressing cells. They are going to suppress the immunity. Okay. So this is the function of dendritic cells to generate cytotoxic T cell, and then they are making efficient to present the antigen to CD8 type of the cell. In some case, we don't want immune response. Immune response should be suppressed in some case. So in that case, CD8 cell play important role in inhibiting to some extent, not completely, to inhibiting the immunity. So this is the function carried out by dendritic cells. Then now this is regarding the cells of the immune system. Which cells we have studied up to this? T cell we have discussed, T cell subsets we have discussed, their functions and their role in immunity we have discussed. After that, B cell or bursa dependent cells we have discussed. In B cell we discussed plasma and memory cells, their role in the immunity we have studied. And now we are going to discuss the organs of the immune system. See here, you should remember that immune system is nothing but it is the organization of different cells and different organs. Whenever all these organs, all these cells, they are comprising or they constitute one system, that is the immune system, which is protective to us. So whatever cells and organs are there in the immune system, these organs and these cells, they are responsible to mount an immunity. Whether the immunity may be cellular or may be humoral, means T cell or B cells, they are involved. T cells are there, CMI is there. B cells are there, antibody immunity is there. So that is the different part. But whatever cells are there, whatever organs are there, these organs constitute one system which is protective to us, that is the immune system. So we have discussed different cells: T cells, B cells, natural killer cells, and dendritic type of the cells. So these are the cells of the immune system. Okay. Now what are the organs of the immune system? Actually, the organs of immune system have been divided into two types: primary lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ. So primary lymphoid organ means what? Thymus, bursa, like that. Spleen, lymph node, mucosa associated, they also constitute secondary system. Now we are studying the structure and function of first organ, that is the thymus, which is the main or primary lymphoid organ. So in this topic we are studying thymus, structure and function of thymus, bone marrow function, structure and function of spleen, as well as mucosa associated lymphoid tissue, their function and other significance. So firstly we will discuss the structure and function of thymus, which is the primary or major lymphoid organ. The thymus is specialized primary lymphoid organ of the immune system. Where it is located? This is located just behind the sternum, or you can say upper part of the chest, anterior part of the chest. So thymus, it is located just behind the sternum, and within the thymus T cells get matured. T lymphoid or T dependent cells, thymus dependent cells get matured. So where it is located? It is located just behind the sternum, or you can say upper part of the chest, and it is the major site for T cell proliferation. So it is how the structure, that means how it looks like. Thymus has lobular structure, and it is made up of two lobes, each consisting central medulla, and it is surrounded by the covering called as cortex. Means in brief we can say that the lobular structure is there of the thymus. It is located just behind upper part of the sternum, and the cortex is the outer covering, whereas the medulla is the central part or the middle part of the thymus. Okay, it is having lobular structure. Outer lobulated part means outer covering, you can say. It is the cortex, while the middle portion is said as medulla. Cortex medulla. It is the major site for development of immature T cell. See here, the T cells are not matured originally. T cells are immature. Immature means what? These cells are not having any knowledge regarding the development of cell-mate immunity. They are not initially going to develop the CMI. When the T cell get matured, then they are responsible to develop immunity. That is the CMI. Initially, they are immature, means they are not having any ability to produce immunity. Basically, originally, whenever they get matured means different maturation stages are there. So during maturation, some antigens are lost and some antigens are newly acquired. So whenever, depending upon the presence or absence of these antigens, we divide these cells into two categories, that is the T helper and T suppressors, CD4 and CD8 likewise. That part we have discussed already. So whenever these cells are there, T cells in the thymus, they are not initially matured, they are immature. Later on they develop into mature cell. Initially they are immature. Later on they are developed into mature T cell type. So we can say that the thymus is the major site for T cell development. Whatever trabeculae are there, trabeculae means there is a certain vessel-like structure is there in the lobe that you can observe in the notes. So trabeculae divide the thymus into two lobes, cortex and medulla. Okay, and medulla is the major middle portion, you can say, and cortex is the outer portion. So some part of the thymus is for, or it acts as a site for development of T cell, and some portion of the thymus, it is the site for development of B cell also. So what are the functions of thymus now? Now we know thymus is the lobular structure located just behind upper part of the sternum or in the anterior part of the chest, and thymus derived from third and fourth pharyngeal pouch during the gestation period. It is having lobular structure covered by cortex, which is the outer part of the lobule, and middle portion is the medulla. So it is the major site for immature development of immature T cells. What are the functions of thymus now? It is the primary lymphoid organ, as I said, and it is the major function of the thymus is to produce large number of T cells, different T cells, sufficient number of different T cells. Different T cell means T cell subsets. For example, T helper, T suppressor, cytotoxic T cell, effector T cells, these are. So these are the different types of T cell. So thymus is the major site for production of all these different types of T cells. Okay. Now, thymic epithelial cells produce hormones. Which hormones are produced? Thymosin and thymopoietin. These are the hormones produced by thymus. Thymosin and thymopoietin. These hormones are also having some role in immunity. So, these thymus control the specificity of T cells entering the circulation by means of positive or negative selection. Whenever there is a entry of antigen, the antigen should be processed and properly presented. So there is a role of T cell also in processing the antigen. So thymus control the specificity of the T cell, okay, which is going to enter in the circulation. The medullary region of the thymus is a site where B cells are observed. As I explained earlier, that thymus is not only for the T cell development, but it is also the site for B cell also. B cell means bursa dependent, but B cells are also there in the medullary region, and B cells are antibody secreting cell. So it is the site for T cell and B cell development. So this is regarding the cells and organs of the immune system. Today we will stop here. Next lecture we will discuss the further part of this topic. Thank you.